What can we learn from Tony Stark's top 9 rules to success as an entrepreneur and business owner? Welcome, business owners and entrepreneurs. You have just stumbled across Tony Stark's 9 rules for success. Now, I'm going to anger a few Avenger fans right now, but I wasn't interested in Avengers for years until I was dragged along by a few of my friends to watch Avengers Endgame in cinemas. And at first, I was thinking to myself, oh, this is going to be some boring sci-fi film. At least I've got some good food. We all have that one friend that only does something for the food, right? But after a few minutes, I couldn't even get up to go to the toilet. I was that hooked. It was absolutely amazing. And after the film, I was super excited about Marvel. I now realised why everyone loved this stuff so much. The moment I went home, I binge watched everything I could get my hands on that was related to Marvel. Fast forward to the day, and now I'm going to reveal to you some of the key points I have picked up, especially from Tony Stark, also known as Iron Man. The reason I chose Tony Stark is because he has that entrepreneur vibe. So without further delay, let's get started with the top 9 rules for success by Tony Stark. Number 1. Be your biggest fan. Now, if you watch any Iron Man or Avengers movies, you see Tony is very sure of himself. Even when Captain America is challenging him, he knows he doesn't have superpowers or anything like that, but he knows what he is good at. You see, very often in life, we don't do what we know we're supposed to do because of lack of confidence or lack of self-esteem. We don't believe or know if it's going to work or completely fail. That lack of self-esteem and lack of certainty will destroy you. But self-esteem is the foundation of all success. Just imagine if you could do what you know you're supposed to do. If you truly believe in yourself and be your own biggest fan, how much further would you be in life and how much more successful would you be? Number 2, be determined. Confidence comes from competence. One of the reasons why Tony is so confident about himself is because he's got the goods. He's got the skill sets. He's got the mindset. He knows what he's capable of, not because of fancy equipment or a high-tech lab or anything like that. Since he was able to build his Iron Man suit in a small cave because of his ability and his mind. So, very often, if you want to be more confident in certain areas, ask yourself, how much time have you spent on developing that skill set? When you are good at something, naturally, you'll be more confident. So ask yourself, in certain areas in your life, which area that you need to work on, which area you want to develop more confidence in, and which area you want to sharpen your craft. So I highly recommend that you get extremely good at whatever it is that you're doing. And when you're extremely good at something, naturally, you'll be more confident. And when you're more confident, you'll be more determined as well. Number 3, communicate confidently. You see, I truly believe that what holds most people back is lack of communication skills. You see, Tony is charismatic, confident, and an amazing communicator. Not only he feels confident, but he knows how to communicate confidently. I think nowadays, because of social media and because we're working from our devices, that very often we don't know how to talk to people anymore. They don't know how to communicate. But how do you express yourself confidently, one-on-one, on the phone, or to a camera? That would have more of an impact on your career, life, and income than you could ever imagine. So, if you want to be more confident in your life and work, you need to get started working on your communication skills. Number 4, make sacrifices for the things you love. Very often you see people that say, oh, I want this, I want that, I have these goals and I want to be more successful, but they're not willing to sacrifice. You see, I sacrifice a lot for what I do. There's always a price to pay when taking action. If you want something, you have to give something. What are you willing to give? What are you willing to sacrifice to get what you want? If you want to make 40,000 a year, spend time with your family, have that work-life balance, then that's perfectly fine. Go ahead. That's a great life too. But if you want to make six figures or $1 million a year, well, let me tell you this. There's no such thing as work-life balance. You have to be willing to sacrifice. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be a workaholic. What I'm saying is, in order to build your career, build your business, and to take your life to the next level, then there's a trade-off. You can't spend 5 to 6 hours a day playing around and watching TV and say, oh, I want to be more successful. It doesn't work that way. You need to make sacrifices. You need to say, this is the price that I am willing to pay for success, for the things I want, and to be able to provide for my family. So ask yourself, what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to sacrifice to get what you want? Number 5, sometimes you have to run before you can walk. Sometimes you have to run before you can walk. I love this quote, run before you can walk. Conventional wisdom says, walk before you run. We always take that step-by-step process, or you have to climb that tall ladder. But what I notice is that success is extremely messy. Sometimes you don't necessarily do things one by one. You might have to do things simultaneously. And sometimes you have to act as if there's no limit to your abilities. You have to act as if there's no ceiling or restrictions. You have to come with the mindset that it's not so much, oh, once I know how to do that, then I'll do it. Let me ask you a question, because for most people, what holds them back is the saying, well, I don't know how to do something. And when I hear that, I always ask them, does that mean you don't know how to do it, or you don't want to do it? Because you all have the ability to do it. It's just a question of, do you want it bad enough? Are you willing to learn it? Are you willing to do what it takes to get it? And sometimes you may not be ready. I always say, you don't have to get it right. You just have to get it going. Number 6, make sure you know who you are before you take on something big. There is a saying that goes like this. It's the man that makes the suit doesn't make the man. You have to be the man first, then you can wear the suit. Just like the conversation Tony Stark had with Spider-Man, it's not the suit enhances your ability. Same thing in life, it's not just environment and it's not just the things you have. At the end of the day, you are depending on yourself. It's not money that makes me successful. I'm successful because of my skill set and mindset. Money is a byproduct of value creation. How much value you deliver to the marketplace, how much problems you solve for people, and how much impact you make to the world in exchange of money. That's all money is. It's not so much once I have the money, then I'll be successful. It's the other way around. Once you have this, then you'll be successful. Number 7, know what your end goal is with your work. You know how sometimes you're very busy and you try to do a lot of different things and you're not so sure what exactly are you trying to accomplish? Because busyness is also a form of laziness. Sometimes people get busy and busy for no reason at all. But exactly what are you trying to create? What is the outcome that you want? What is the end goal? It's always very helpful to know that first, and then you reverse engineer and ask yourself, why? It's not just what I need to do, then you start looking at that massive to-do list. But you can ask yourself, why am I even doing this at all? Does this produce results? Does this fit into my overall vision? Number 8, embrace your true self. Embrace your true self. When you're on social media and you're trying to build a personal brand, I truly believe one of the most important things that you have to be is your authentic self. Maybe you're a little bit quirky, or maybe you're a little bit weird, or maybe you have a weird sounding voice, but your message and your story would resonate with people. When you are truly authentic, I always say, I would rather be hated for who I am than to be loved for who I am not. Number 9. Stick to your gut. I think your intuition and your gut feeling is one of the most powerful tools that we have as human beings. But through time, because of wrong decisions and sometimes bad experiences, we don't trust our gut anymore. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe it's when you meet someone and you're like, everything else sounds okay, but your gut instinct is telling you, I don't know if I can trust this person, or I don't know if I want to buy this product. Very often I notice in my business career, when I ignore my gut instinct, it never turns out very well. I would say my intuition most of the time is 90% accurate. In closing, so there you go. Those are the top 9 lessons we can learn from Tony Stark to have massive success as an entrepreneur and business owner. Now, we've been doing a couple of these kind of blogs, and I know you're enjoying them. Also, comment below and let me know what other people or other characters or other people that you look up to that you would want me to review on too. Also, don't forget to add me to your favourite social medias. Why? Because I publish on LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube and this blog with content that will transform you into a stronger and smarter entrepreneur, investor and thinker. I also give you discount and referral links that you can get instant access to, so you can save massive amounts of money and get jaw-dropping bonuses that you will never see anywhere else. You wouldn't want that, would you? Also, I have you motivational quotes that keep you inspired and uplifted. And lastly, it's so you never miss another blog post made just for you. You can do so in the link in description on LinkedIn, YouTube, Pinterest, Twitter and my blog. The links will be in the description below. Take care, my friend, and I will see you in another blog post. And remember, greatness is within. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Remember, links in description below. Bye for now.